man with like a lot of talents. Describe your experiences growing up that led you to be a musician and influences.
I think really some of the most important experiences that I had was just around my family. They're all musicians pretty much, and just it was just always about playing music in the house, everybody singing. I think that was a big part of my development and love for music, for sure.
Okay. Now, describe the feeling of being one of the Roots go-to guys for production after the Grammy-nominated album Game Theory.
I mean, what else can you say? I mean, like these are legends of hip hop, and it's a blessing, really, and to be able to be in the history of artists like that, that's super important to me, and I'm honored, really. Yeah.
All right. Now, in addition to the Roots, you also worked with Joe Scott before.
Yeah.
Now, so people wanted me to ask this question for you. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate Joe Scott's hugs?
Hugs?
Yeah, her hugs.
I mean, I've gotten hugs from. I've never rated a hug from Jill. They're good.
People say she looked like she gives great hugs, so they wanted to know for sure.
She's like a super genuine person, and like when she walks in a room, it's just one of those things where you're like, damn, like if you didn't know who Jill Scott was, you were like, man, whoever that woman is, she's awesome, like whatever, great energy, and she's always been a supporter of me and the things I've done. So I got nothing but love.
All right. Now, in addition to producing for other artists, you also scored films like Brick City, and I think you're working on some other stuff too. I seen a commercial.
I can't tell the title for the work that I'm doing right now, but I can tell you it's about Chicago.
Okay.
Pretty much. That's all I can say.
All right. Cool. Now, who are some of your favorite composers?
Composers?
As far as film and.
Honestly, as far as film.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't name a whole bunch of composers, but I do have films that I really enjoy listening to for like films like Inception and very deep. What's the I forget the film, but I love film. I love listening to the scores and being a part of knowing that a whole orchestra. I've never worked with a 50-piece orchestra before, but that is definitely my goal. So, definitely.
All right, now on your latest album, Qualia,
your
first single, Where Did It Go, tackles the topic of PTSD. Mm-hmm. Was there any thing in particular that sparked that as your subject?
It was. I had 2 conversations with 2 gentlemen where I live, and it was just really crazy to know that they have been to war and the process coming out of war, and how they were adjusting to that. And the conversations that I had was really shocking, from one guy telling me he would go into bars and just drink himself to the point to where if anybody got in his face, he was just like he didn't know what he was going to do, whether he'd be friendly to him or just punch him in the face, and he just goes off. You never know. And then one guy, he was older gentleman, that was in the Vietnam War, and he's like, talking about how people just totally, threw what they did to the side, and just kind of left them out to dry, and really them having those, that condition to where. They could be in a place that just snap, and not having that type of treatment. And obviously, we're going to have wars, but it's the way that we, operate when these people get back.
Yeah.
It's something that I want to just bring to light. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the song could stop the war or anything. That wasn't the goal. The goal of the song was to just bring to light what a lot of people are going through right now, and myself having family members that have been to war. It's important to me as well, and to a lot of people.
Okay. Now, the theme Qualia that you had on your album, would that be an ongoing theme for any other projects?
It will be for the next year. I have a record coming out in the winter, a record coming out in the spring, a record coming out in the summer. Okay. So, or project, whatever you want to call it. I know some people are saying, oh, these are EPs, is this a full album? Like, no, it's a project. The whole experience is called Qualia, and it's, living life and creating music, in the moment, and really appreciating every second that I'm doing it.
All right. Now, also, you and STS have put together some good music. Any chance you guys gonna work together on a whole project?
On a full project? I don't know. Like, STS, I'm working with him on Sunday, so we just take it day by day. That Qualia theme runs through, how I operate with other artists as well. Okay. If there was an opportunity to where, we could stop what we were doing to make a record together, all the way through, I would be down with that.
Okay. All right. Now, this is about the time of year where people start doing a lot of best of lists and things like that. What were some of your favorite things to listen to?
This band, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Timpe Impala. Like, they were a rock band. I think they're from Australia. That was a really good a really good record that they had. What I listen to is a lot of wide ranging stuff. I've listened to like some Brazilian music that has been really awesome. I can't. Obviously, there's a lot of songs on the radio that I'm just jamming to. Like if I go to a club or whatever. There's been a lot of music, made, and honestly, it's really just about that. Timpe Impala is probably the only band I can say, oh yeah, that was. When I heard it, I was just like, yo, that's dope. Like, I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted to hear, and that's what I've been listening to throughout, the process of making my records, and it was a certain type of freedom and creativity that really was really awesome.
All right. Now, in addition to everything else, any other projects or events that you want people to know about?
I just want to tell people to look out for the next Qualia record that's going to come out in the winter time, around March.
Okay.
Yeah. Right around February, March time.
All right. Cool. Well, Khari, it was truly a pleasure to talk to you today, man. It's good to finally meet up with you and get this done, and continue success to you.
Yeah.
And thanks again for your time.
Thank you.